Hello everyone, welcome to the Angels TikTok Reviews channel, and if you are returning, welcome back. I have another video for you guys today. This one is going to be TikToks about the cost of living. A lot of people seem to be struggling in this economy these days, and if you guys enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like and comment how you guys are doing in this economy, and if the cost of living for you is way too much. And I hope you guys enjoy the video, and let's get on with it.
I'm going to explain to you guys how much more expensive things are today than they were even 3 years ago based off of my current financial situation. So 4 years ago, when I graduated law school, I graduated making $65,000 a year. I was living in a one-bedroom by myself, paying $1,400 a month. After the first 3 months, my boyfriend moved in, and so then we were splitting it, so it was $700 a piece. But he lost his job at one point, and so for 3 months before he got a new one, I was covering the rent all by myself. So it was about 6 months of me paying $1,400 a month for that year-long lease. Now I make about $85,000 a year. I have 2 roommates, and we split the rent 3 ways. And usually my rent is like $950, something around that. So I'm making technically $20,000 more a year. I'm paying roughly the same of what I was paying in rent. And I have never been more stressed out about money in my entire life.
I need somebody to tell me why my husband went to purchase a 7-pack of underwear yesterday. He needs new underwear. Probably hasn't purchased them in like, I don't know, years. You know how it is. Tell me why that package of underwear was $42. $42. I was flabbergasted. $42 for 7 pairs of underwear. If I didn't believe before that inflation is real, I sure do now. I'm baffled.
I moved from California to Florida last year, and in Florida your car registration is due the month of your birthday. So I just got my car registration in the mail, expecting to cringe as I opened it. For backstory, in California I was paying like $700 and something a year for my car registration. In Florida, my registration is $47.05 for 1 year for the same price of vehicle. I do have a different vehicle now, but it is the same price of vehicle that I had in California. So, love you, Southern California, but this is why we left.
Well, hey there, Tiki Tok. What do you know? Hopefully something good. So I kind of ran across a problem this morning that I ain't quite sure how to deal with, and I'm pretty sure every one of you are feeling a pinch too. So how many of y'all gone and what you used to get a year ago, or 2 years ago, or maybe 5 years ago, and what it was then, it's double or triple now? I went to the store this morning. I wanted to get an energy drink. I wanted to get a snack to go along with it. I used to buy the same thing all the time. Usually it was about $3.50, $4 for the whole thing. This morning, it was $8 and some change. You go to the hardware store, you try to buy a box of nails. Well, 3 or 4 years ago, might have been $6, $7. Now it's like 15. Try to buy a box of screws. Well, you know, that's 1 pound box is now like $10. 2x4s are ridiculous. Sheet of plywood would almost kill you. PVC pipe used to be really cheap. You could do just about anything out of that. Now you got to take a loan out just to get a piece of pipe. $5 a stick for 10 feet. I don't know about you, but I tell you what, either the price of things have gone through the roof and our dollar is absolutely worthless, or everything has just gotten completely so expensive that just the cost of living anymore to buy anything cool or build anything or do anything anymore is just gone out through the roof, and everybody's making massive profits. I don't know, y'all experience any of this? If you do, put something in the comments up here for me. Let me know about it. Because, I mean, it's just ridiculous, the price of stuff these days. I couldn't believe it. This morning for a dang energy drink and a snack was $8 dang. $8 dang. I used to get it all the time for $3.50. $4. I don't know. Let me know something. Thanks for listening to me rant. Later.
I just want y'all to know, this world is not real. This can't be real. Because tell me why I was looking at Airbnb just trying to find a little like spot just for like a little bit, for like 2, maybe 3 months. And I was looking in like a couple different areas. I was looking in New Jersey. I was looking in New York. I was looking for Maryland. Tell me why the properties there, super expensive. And then tell me why this one spot in Maryland wants to charge you $800 for a campsite where you got to bring your own tent. You don't own the outdoors. Like, don't make me hurt you.
Personally, where I am now, it seems like the cost of groceries and stuff seems to be coming down a lot. Like, I was just at the store a couple days ago when there were so many sales going on that personally I was tempted to buy out the entire store. But I hope you guys are enjoying the video so far, and if you are, please be sure to like and leave a comment how the economy is for you and if you're noticing any differences in prices. And please be sure to subscribe, and let's continue with the video.
When I was younger, I couldn't wait to be in my 20s, was very excited for this time in my life, but now I'm consistently stressed with the amount of bills and responsibilities that I have.
Having more than most still doesn't mean that you have enough. And we got to shift our mindset in understanding what money looks like for everybody, not just what money looks like in our little circle of friends. Several years ago, I was on YouTube and I said that $100,000 is no money. Last year, I was on Instagram and I said $100,000 is no money. People threw tomatoes at me and called me a liar because it was more than what a lot of people had. In my day-to-day job, all I do is evaluate income and how much income it takes to do basic things like buy a house. So I was on TikTok a couple of days ago and I saw someone that was doing a live stream where they were talking about what an individual needs to live comfortably in the United States. Now, I live in North Carolina and it says in North Carolina, an individual, which is one person, needs about $90,000 to live comfortably. And what's so funny about this is I did a YouTube video in 2023 where I said that a person or family needs to have about $12,000 rolled through their house every month to comfortably live in Charlotte. What do y'all think? Do y'all think these numbers are right? Do y'all think these numbers are wrong? Because in my humble opinion, I feel like the people that say that these numbers are wrong, they're not living in reality. They're living in denial.
One super fun part about living in 2025 is when your coworker says, yeah, with the tariffs, we're just going to have to sock away a little bit more in our savings. And you're like, I'm kind of just dog paddling to keep my head afloat here. Not really much to sock away. And she's like, why? I'm able to. And you're like, my rent is literally more than one paycheck. And she looks shocked and she's like, why would you do that? And you're like, because that's how much rent is. And she's like, well, my whole house payment isn't that much. I'm like, when did you buy your house? 20 years ago. Yep. That's why it's easier.
I don't know if this is an isolated issue. Please let me know if this happens to you guys too. But in my family, I take care of some bills and then I invoice my sisters so I can get payment. So they get their invoice at the end of the month, okay? And I always feel so bad because it's like nobody wants to receive that. But it's like we agreed on this. So I need my money, you know? But this month, like, the bill was just like so ridiculous. I calculated it twice just to make sure I was correct. And before I sent them individually the breakdown, I said I apologize for the next message, because it's just like, I hate being the bearer of bad news, but it's like not for me. It's like not my fault. Nobody wants their Friday to start off like this, but I need my money. I don't know. Call me Aunt Sam. Aunt Sam.
So I'm so excited. I am going to Walmart and I am going to drop $9 on butter today. And then after that, I'm going to get some paper towel. And I am so blessed because I get to spend $17 on paper towel. Yes. And then after that, I want some toast. So I'm going to buy some butter. And luckily, it's on sale for $7. And then after I buy my butter, I'm going to get some olive oil. And olive oil is one of my favorite things to buy because it's $17.99. Okay. I have a serious question. I want to know, how are people affording all these fake eyelashes, fake nails, get their makeup done, get new skincare, Botox, injections, whatever else, eyebrows, tanning? Like, how are we affording all this? Because I work full-time, my husband works full-time, we're not hard done by, but I can't afford to be spending money on all these things. So I want to know, how are we doing it?
£34,000 is not enough to live on. I don't know where you lot are going in these comments on this video. I just don't understand why you think it's enough. Why should I work so hard just to pay rent and pay my bills and that's it? The government has really brainwashed us into thinking that this is all we deserve. You should be able to just go on holiday whenever you want and be able to take the time off whenever you need. Why do we have this mentality that only rich people are allowed to enjoy life? I work incredibly hard. I'm getting ready for a 12-hour shift where I'm going to be screamed at, cursed out, all of the abuse, and then also making sure I'm taking care of people, which I love, by the way. I've only had 5 hours sleep, and I also have to take care of myself, so I do make my own food at home. I don't really order takeaways. I make sure I get myself ready, and I have a very few hours to actually do so. I have laundry to do. I have all of these things I had to wake up and do this morning. Quite literally only had one day off this week, and I forced myself to go and actually enjoy my life. So those of you saying 34k is a good salary, you have been brainwashed by the government, because it's really not. If I go to another 12-hour shift, please support me and drop me a follow.
I saw someone on Twitter, not on Twitter, TikTok, talking about you leave your house and spend £100 immediately. That's what living in London is like. You can't even pop out without spending over £100. It's ridiculous.
Renting in Maryland, Part 1.
Hi, I'm Cece. I'm looking to inquire about your one-bedroom apartments. We have specials. Ooh, I love a good special. Don't we all? Our one-bedroom start at $17.88. Excuse me, $788? $17.88. 17. Yes, ma'am. And how many square feet is that? 559 square feet. So let's get into the income requirements. How much do you make a year? I make $35K a year. Yowzers. You need to make $68K. Any accommodations you're looking for? Yes. Washer and dryer in my unit. Nope. Don't have that. Dishwasher. Don't have a dishwasher either. How's the parking? You'll be given one parking space and there will be no guest parking passes. So I'm not supposed to have no visitors? That's your prerogative. There's street parking, but we tow after 6 o'clock. Excuse me, ma'am?
I just watched a video that said, if you're a United States citizen, do you realize what the United States just did to Yemen? We can't even survive off of 6 figures in our economy right now. If we went to the doctor right now, we would probably be in debt. The cost of living in the United States right now is absurd. The cost of groceries, the cost of taxes, they're taxing up the yin yang here. We are struggling. What do you suppose we do? We are struggling on 6 figures. Not to mention the people that are making $30,000 a year. on a single income. We get it. We've got problems.
I was just in Woolies because I've kind of realized that eating out at work is just a complete waste of money and a good way to waste $15 a day. So I was like, okay, cost of living, can't do that. Let's make some lunch at Woolies. I get there, bread is like $4.50. Cheese is $10. Ham is like $6.50 or more. And so I started doing the math in my head and I was like, okay, well, it seems like a waste buying an entire loaf of bread. So realistically, I might get like 3 uses out of this. So let's say the cost of bread is like $2. Then cheese, okay, again, $10. Say I can use it, I don't know, maybe for a week. So that's another $2. Ham, maybe that'll make like 2-3 sandwiches, so that's like $3. So now I'm already at $7 for a ham and cheese sandwich at Woolies. And then I have to account for the labor cost of going to Woolies, spending the time making the lunch, the inconvenience of then having to clean it up, etc., etc. And so by the time you add it up, it's like, this is a $10 sandwich, literally just ham and cheese on some bread from Woolworths. Like, the cost of living, and at that point it's like I might as well spend another $3 and get a $13 sandwich from a cafe, and at least it'll have a bit more than like a slice of cheese and some ham.
Alright everyone, that's all I've got for this video. Remember that if you enjoyed it, please remember to like, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!